Also, I'm working on my Father Time beard. I hope you guys enjoy it.
It's looking good.
A little bit of that gray fluff going on the edges. I'm pretty proud.
Yeah, it's great. Looking good.
Well, one thing Brian's getting at is there.
Trump just BTFO'd the Colombian president. You want to weigh in on that too right now?
It's just like, sorry.
Like, the Colombian president denied, so Trump deported some Colombians back to Colombia, and they turned them down. They sent the plane back, and then Trump's like tariffs, denying visas. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know much about that.
What do you think, though? I just laid out what happened. Or were you still thinking about Trump coin?
I was just thinking about the coin itself.
Oh, okay. Did you buy some?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you take like a big L on it, or?
No, I actually made money. I got in pretty early.
How much money? I mean, it's kind of tanked a little bit.
Yeah, but I sold.
You sold?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's this one guy, Greenie. He does like TikTok, but he went on a date with Brecky, and he's, yeah.
Okay.
And then, yeah, but I can't even really talk about the situation. So you just have a crush on him? No, like, we have been talking, and then there's like so much drama around the whole entire situation.
I feel like it's
for you.
It's appropriate though for everyone. If I stay single, I tried to date I don't really think it was dating. I just think I had a lot of friends, and but like there was more like mentorships, like and then I learned things from people, and like I have friendships, and that can involve a lot of stuff. So I prefer to just be single.
Do you think that should be the case for most women in your line of work, or are you just saying just you?
I don't make those decisions for other people.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't generalize.
So I'm single. I've been single for the past 7 years, and my longest relationship was on and off 3 years.
So let's get into that. So when you say you look like this, so you have a what?
I have a boob job and a BBL.
Okay. Anything else, like lip filler or anything like that?
No, lipo on my chin as well.
Chin lipo. Mm-hmm. Okay. So chin lipo.
I want that.
Fake.
Right. Boobs, yeah.
Fake boobs, and then the BBL.
Mm-hmm. That's lipo.
How old were you when you got those procedures?
18. Yeah.
Okay.
I made the appointment after my birthday.
And you turned 18 in November, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you got it in November?
Yeah.
December? Okay. You got it all at the same time, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to the DR.
Plastic surgery for free. Who's in favor? Show of hands. Who's in favor? Plastic surgery for free?
With my caveat.
Like
so.
in the middle.
It depends the situation.
Like if it's going to be free, then all the other healthcare situations should be free.
Have you ever had sex with a guy but didn't kiss him?
Of course, yes.
That's a European thing.
I don't like it. I don't. I prefer do another thing with my mouth than kiss somebody, because
Is it more like romantic for you?
No more than romantic, because I am not romantic really woman. I am coming from Europe, and we are very open mind. We don't have this type of topics. Oh yes, love or whatever. No, it is what it is, and thank you. Bye bye.
Definitely a European thing. Have you had a lot of bad kissers then? That's why.
Great.
No, it's not that. It's not that, because actually I like it pretty boys. I don't like it even ugly boys.
But like a work ethic, and you guys are probably like, you should have gone to the gym too. But if they look good, I guess you do you, bae.
And like when like my dad, yes, I have a dad, but like when he acts like, when he has like the slightest cold, he acts like it's the end of the world. So I couldn't imagine him getting like a BBL and like laying there for a week. He would be like, oh my god, like I'm in so much pain. Like he couldn't like do the recovery process.
Generally tend to stay away from skanks, right? That is.
I actually think there's a greater likelihood that people who are in their late 20s or 30s are going to have to rely on social media and dating apps, because your social circle shrinks. You don't have college. You're not like in college. It's so easy to meet people.
Okay, do we have a fact checker? Because I'm curious.
Wait, so just to be clear,
true.
Wait, do you think?
Wait. According to recent studies, most people today meet their romantic partners online through dating apps and websites, making online dating the most prevalent way couples connect in the current era. The trend is particularly prominent among heterosexuals. Would you like the study links? This comes in from Pew Research, the findings from them. This also comes in on the Focus for Family. They did a study on this. There's a whole slew of studies about it, in fact, most of which are kept track of by the dating apps themselves because, well, they want to charge you money. So the best way to do that is to link you with people who you get dates from. So they keep very close tabs on that.
I think in general, girls that have gotten a lot of tattoos, they tend to have a bit more of a complicated past.
Would you say that about men as well, or no?
Yes, I would say that about men as well. I think that guys that have a lot more tattoos tend to be, they tend to have a more complicated history.
I can't argue with that.
Wait, you're saying the guys that cheat on you don't have tattoos?
No tattoos. He's my ex, and he don't have even one. And he cheated on me 3 times in my face.
It's like if I said to you, most women prefer men who have blue eyes, and you're like, but I like men with brown eyes. That doesn't tell us anything. That's like, that goes nowhere. It's a total non sequitur. Just means nothing.
Do you guys have preferences in terms of height of men? I know you said that you wouldn't date a guy if he was shorter than 6 foot, right?
Yeah, because I'm 5'8.8". So
okay,
I'm
so
like
you wouldn't date someone that's 5'9"?
No, absolutely not. And also, I feel like shorter guys tend to have like a smaller, like.
Not had the best experience with taller men. The shorter men I've been with have been
shorter. See, I've only physically been with one guy, but like I've seen, and like I know like heights, like matching, like aligning,
That's what I thought.
And I know like statistically, taller guys are packing. So like, if I were to like date, I would be like,
if a guy isn't taller than me, that's kind of weird in general. Like if anyone is shorter than me, you're short, so I'd be fine with someone that's taller than me.
Okay.
I'm also 5 foot, so I don't think I'd go for anyone shorter than me, but also if you're hot, you're hot. I don't have preference. You could be tall, you could be like 6'5", but you could also be like 5'5". I don't care, as long as you're a little bit taller than me. If you're hot, you're hot. That's my kind of take on it.
Gotcha. Okay. You?
Me?
Do you have a preference?
I mean, I'm 5'1". I can't date anyone shorter than me.
And the 5 foot and below
if it
guys
goes
are
below
out of
that,
luck
I'm like,
you have to be like medically like has to be something medically wrong if you're like shorter than us.
I feel like you'd look like a
2
child.
inches shorter. Like you have to be like an actual midget.
You're shorter than
medically to be shorter like than me. So it's like.
They're not facing you.
You guys all
but I'm not gonna lie.
5'9"
is kind of like my lowest. Yeah, because I mean I don't know.
You said that you ran away from home to live with your current boyfriend. You never told your family where you were going, and you never came back.
I had met my current boyfriend online, and we were talking for about a month or 2, and he was just like, "Hey, come move down to Florida." And at the time, I felt obligated or like I felt wrong for living, because I was living with like a family friend, but I felt like there was an obligation and I felt like I didn't belong there. Like she shouldn't be taking care of me. I shouldn't be living in her house. Like I'm not her problem. I'm not her daughter. So I felt like kind of not obligated to leave, but I feel like it was my responsibility to be taking care of myself at that point. And so I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna come back in like an hour. And I packed up my stuff and I kind of left, and I was gone for like 2 weeks.
You disagree that OnlyFans is immoral and not good.
Okay, I feel like in a capitalistic society, I don't feel like it's worse than any other job. If anyone in here has been a waitress or a waiter, like they're sexualizing you already. Mm-hmm. It's just I am hiding in my house behind a screen, and this is happening to people in real time. Would you say someone that does OnlyFans is a prostitute?
Yeah.
Because the definition of a prostitute is someone who has sex with someone for money. Person that does OnlyFans does not get paid to have sex with people. Yes, some people that do OnlyFans are prostitutes. I'm not one of them. I do not include myself in that.
The definition of a prostitute is a person, in particular a woman, who engages in sexual activity for payment. Not that they're having sex for payment, sexual activity for payment. Now, do you want me to tell you why that has to be the case? Because if we were to use such a loose definition as you gave for what is a prostitute, we'd have to include all sorts of things which clearly are not prostitutes. But we would also have to include things which you would clearly say are prostitution. Like, for instance, if a man paid you to go up into his room and masturbate in front of him while he was masturbating reciprocally, and you guys never touched each other, you're saying that that's not prostitution?
I mean, I would say, if it aligns with the definition of prostitution, then it's prostitution.
No, I'm just asking from your definition, whatever you think it is. Don't you agree that if a woman is paid to go up to a man's room and masturbate in front of him while he masturbates reciprocally, and then he pays her for doing that, that's prostitution?
Yes.
I mean, yes, it's in person.
Hang on. Let her answer.
It's in person. I would say yes. I don't.
What's the difference then when you do it on a camera instead?
That's the whole difference, is that it's on a camera and not in person.
He's paying you via virtual, right?
Yes, virtually.
That's it. Hang on. He's doing the exact same thing. Rather than handing you the cash for the same exact activity, he's just giving it to you through an online wallet. It's the same exact thing. It's literally the same thing. There's no difference at all.
Okay. I started out on OnlyFans, and I didn't even do nude. And then, things happen with people in loading rooms, and you start taking stuff off for people.
Why are you crying?
Because you don't always choose what you do. You end up there in certain ways, and you don't realize it until it's there. Sometimes you don't have a choice.
Because you chose it?
No, sometimes you end up on the internet on sites without your consent. That's what.
Yeah, I get that. I get that bad things can happen, but you did choose to go into porn.
Oh yeah, and I very much accept it, but I don't encourage it. I don't promote my OnlyFans.
Yeah, no, I get it, but I don't understand why you're crying exactly.
Because
what
it's
are you crying for?
It's so materialistic. I don't want to hurt people, so I don't want my porn to hurt people. So it's I didn't look at that before, how porn affects people. And I didn't know it can hurt people, that I don't want to do it anymore.
So then stop doing it.
Well, no, if I stop doing it, then I can't help the industry do something about it.
Wait, you have to do porn or you can't help the porn industry?
No matter what, once you do porn, it's like you said, Jeff said, it's life. That's life. So, you have to accept it and do what you can.
But you don't think there's any chance for salvation?
You're always viewed as something that you walk in a room, you're bought. Well, anyways, and so when you say prostitute or whatever, I'm just spit on and called prostitute. And I didn't know, I don't consider myself prostitute. I pay taxes.
Well, how can you not be? You're engaging in sexual intercourse for money.
Yeah, but that's why I don't have a boyfriend and never agreed to. You make sacrifices if you're really into what you're doing. You make sacrifices and you agree that you're going to be alone. That's what you choose. You chose that. You would take accountability for it.
But why would you cry about it?
Because it's hurtful.
It is the case. It is factually the case that you are engaging.
It's hurtful. Yeah, don't accept me, okay?
Why is it hurtful? Why do you do it then?
It's hurtful because I made a choice.
Unmake that choice. Unmake it. Just stop.
You can't. You end up on the floor after 15 shots under clothes and vomit. That's what you end up.
Yeah, don't do that. That sounds awful. Stop doing that.
Well, maybe we should stop some of these people that cheat these girls into that business and get them there and traffic them.
For sure.
Clearly there's some kind of trauma that she's been through, that's why she's so emotional. That's why she's crying. That's why I come in as a manager and I keep weirdos from getting to girls and taking advantage of them. That's where I come in, because I prevent that type of shit. Yes.
Oh, I didn't even realize.
Yes, I on set, on music videos, there's guys that try to get girls drunk, try to give them drugs.
Okay. But not with OnlyFans. You don't
I've never managed. I've had men ask me. I've had girls ask me to manage their OnlyFans. I don't touch that shit. You know why? Because that's not something I want to be around.
But as you may know, after having talked to thousands upon thousands of women, they also use Waterworks for the purpose of manipulation.
If it's upsetting you to be in the industry...
It doesn't.
Oh, well then...
You can't undo it. What other choice do you have?
So what's stopping you? Because there are resources to get out of it, and there are ways to get out of it.
I haven't.
I know it's hard, but
Well, you haven't think I haven't done things? No, I went back to it
I'm asking
because that's
why.
what empowered me then. Yeah, I mean, like it's like okay, I'm gonna sign this contract. Okay, that's for life, and you dig a grave. That is like, well, if you just walk away, you're gonna die now. No, just keep. You have to keep going, and you can maybe find a way through it, and maybe make that burden less other people.
Wait, if you breach your contract, they're gonna.
You're in it for life.
I'm not in a contract, but I'm saying that in life, it's terms of like your life, right? Okay, so once you do porn, okay, now you're a sex offender. Now you're this or that, right?
Yeah.
So it's like. Because of all this stuff. So,
something I want to do
so
forever.
perfect.
But I don't.
Some of you guys are so perfect.
I don't see it as she is.
If I'm
going
uncomfortable
through
with
it.
something, then I'm not gonna do it. I'm comfortable with the level I'm at right now, and
respect that.
See, that's what I'm just a little confused.
Some of us didn't have boundaries. We didn't know things, right? We end up in front of the camera. We're doing things to please our bosses and do what they want us to do, and
that's not okay for them to do. I understand what you're saying, and that's not okay for them to do.
And they do it over and over again.
I understand that. I'm just asking, like,
so maybe I can help protect girls from getting into that world with those people.
And like, so I started getting like traction on social media when I was 15, and the OF comments have always been there since I was like 15, because I've always like kind of had like a chest. Yeah. So they were like, oh, like, yeah, it's kind of like, could be gross, you know, but they were like, it is kind of gross, you know. They were like, oh, do OF, do OF, do OF.
Excuse me? That's fucking disgusting.
Yeah. And I didn't even know what it was.
Like, you don't see other routes of going about that?
I could have done like TikTok Shop does amazing, but
You
also
could have been an engineer.
I would like to chime in.
You could have been
but
a brain surgeon or a rocket
yes, but
scientist.
also like,
and you could still be.
You shouldn't believe this. Like, this is obvious bullshit, right? So the women like this will do this all the time. They'll be like, oh my God, I was perfectly innocent. I had an angelic halo. It was over my head. I was born with cherub wings. And then the evil men came and fucking corrupted me. Oh my God, it was awful. Like, they're full of shit, bro. Full of shit. She did. Oh, I didn't know. I had no idea. Then I looked into it and went, oh, this sounds like a great idea. Yeah,
No,
fucking right. Like,
didn't.
nobody believes that shit. Nobody believes that shit.
No, I seriously didn't. Like, no one even talks about it in Ohio. Like, everyone in my school doesn't even like, they did not think I was gonna do it.
What did your parents think of it?
My parents, they like fully support it because I also have epilepsy, so I can't drive. I'm going.
What?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I'm going to be 19 and I cannot drive a car.
Medication?
Yes, daily.
What are your other
I can show you like my narcotics. Like, if I were to have a seizure right now, you would put it in my nose.
I put it in.
Yeah, my brother's
I probably should have told you of this if I were to have a seizure.
My brother's an epileptic. He worked as a mechanic. Literally welding, doing things like this.
Okay, when was
right?
his last seizure? Can I ask you?
He has them all the time.
All the time. Wait, and so he's working with heavy machinery.
Can you drive?
Yeah. And look, most people who have these conditions manage them without taking their clothes off for money. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news here. Like, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but almost everybody who has these conditions doesn't have to take their clothes off for money. I'm just pointing this out.
Just pointing it out. Chair one, would you care to point to where I can find the epistemic moral grounding principles upon which you base your claim that OF is not immoral? Is it in the Bible of Anton LaVey? This is for you, I think. And
so where does your moral compass stem from?
Where everybody else's things I've been through, personal experiences, I don't know, day-to-day life.
That's great.
Did I answer that right?
Related to the president, POTUS John Adams?
Yeah.
Which president? He was like
the second president.
He was the second president.
Yeah.
I'm related to
oh no.
Sorry, hold on. Never mind.
Oh no.
Who am I related to?
Oh, you're definitely
Frederick Douglass.
Oh my, who's that?
What? I'm related to Frederick Douglass.
Is that the black guy?
Yeah, it's the black guy.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Probably didn't inherit anything from him.
It's the Hoover Institute, and she worked for the guy Edward Teller, who made I think atomic bomb or the hydrogen bomb, and she did a lot of. And she also worked at Columbia and taught English to like foreign
What's your
people.
dad do?
He's a Christmas tree farmer. So I grew up with a salesperson and like an attorney.
Was your mom the breadwinner?
I guess you could say that, but my dad was like taken in because he didn't know how to use a phone.
By your mom?
So I got my mom got him off the farm. My dad lived on the farm until he was like in his 30s. He lived on his farm with cows in Wisconsin.
Like family?
And then
his Christmas tree farm with cows in Wisconsin.
So there was an age gap between my mom and my
attorney
dad.
mother who works for Native Americans.
Your dad's older or younger?
My dad's a lot younger than my mom.
So your mom's a cougar.
I don't.
How old were they?
See, my mom had an interesting world.
Wait, so your mom, hold on. Your mom was how old when she met your dad?
She had me when she's 48, so I think she was like in her 40s. So she met my dad. My dad was in his early 30s, maybe. So.
Damn.
But he never had a girlfriend, so he was
Did she have other kids, or were you the?
No, just me and my sister. And my sister was first, and then it was just me.
How old was she?
My sister's 1 year older than me, so.
So 46 for your sister. 48 for you.
Wow. Yeah, and now they divorced, and now my dad's marrying a girl I went to school with.
Wait, did he get like alimony?
My dad got the good looks and was like my older brother, and then we played football and everything, and so it's like, the dad is always the one that's like. So my mom wouldn't sign my ballot because I voted for Trump, and then I just called my dad, oh, come on over here, that we go out eat. Like my dad always gave us the soda when we were kids, and my mom's like, nope, we eat bread and peanut butter sandwiches. Like with the sunflower butter is healthy.
Wait,
and I got teased for that.
Your ballot. What does that mean?
My voting ballot. And I put it in the wrong box.
Why does somebody need to sign your voting ballot?
Because I did an absentee vote, so it says you have to have a witness.
Does your mom have like power of attorney or something, or?
Oh, what does that mean?
Like, is she your do you have a conservator?
I wish. What? But like I actually am very financially responsible. Like I'm looking at buying like some property right now in Wisconsin. Like
that's
and Madison. Awesome. Madison's like a growing like the real estate there's actually pretty pricey,
booming in
on the water.
Madison, Wisconsin.
We got an isthmus, and then we tore down the blue wall, then we got a Capitol. It's so pretty. It's like right outside my door. The Capitol's so pretty. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Too many liberals, though. But other than that,
let's go. I mean, what's the blue wall? Is that like a political thing?
Well, see, I would go home and I would get my mail when I come back, and during the voting stuff, like it would all be Kamala Harris. It's like they went through and got all the Trump mail, took it out.
And all of it would be like, I don't know why, but that is just because. Did you vote Biden in 2020? So I did, but I felt like I was brainwashed. We only had one choice. Yeah. And I went there in person and voted, and they were looking over my shoulder like, and then everybody's like, who's like, Biden? It's like, because I went to a Trump rally when I was like 15, when he first ran, and I ran like Wisconsin, and he's talking about waterboarding and stuff, and it was fun. It was exciting. There's races in Wisconsin. So there are people that call themselves cheeseheads, and there's like Green Bay Packers and ice bowl and stuff.
But like, I don't know. I try not to eat a ton of cheese because I used to grew up with like chocolate cheese.
You are the biggest box of Fruit Loops that I've ever seen on this show.
I know. Now you're like,
it's like she's on something. Do you want to wear this?
Oh, I have one. I have one in my suitcase outside.
Put it on. Oh wait, you have
mine
one?
says "Make America something else again."
Slutty again?
No, hard again.
Oh.
RSV for me Trocket donated $200. To the girl with the autoimmune conditions, it may be worth your time to look into the carnivore diet, which ameliorates or eliminates many autoimmune-related conditions, including epilepsy.
Yeah, you should do the carnivore diet.
I actually hate red meat. I only eat like chicken Caesar salads.
You only eat chicken Caesar salads? Yeah, that's like you just tried keto. See, they had me on like a keto diet when I first had like really bad epilepsy. Like, in my 8th grade year, I think I tried the keto diet, but it made my seizures worse. Really? Yeah. Okay, good times.
But I love avocado.
All right, that's cool. Going around the table, would you date a guy who voted for Donald Trump both years? I don't know why that matters, but
yeah, I am a Trump supporter.
There you go.
So.
All right.
But also, I know as conservatives also they're more decided. So like whenever you're doing like a in the room with them, they're already hard. So it's like not a problem.
I will say I don't agree with everything Trump's doing right now, but that tax-free overtime.
Liberals kind of go a little bit limp sometimes.
He brought TikTok back.
Wait, liberal men have erect tax.
That's our joke. That's our little joke in the inside world.
Conservative men.
Liberals a little bit undecided, limp.
Okay.
Unfortunately, sorry, I like my liberal guys out there. You guys are nice. You're too
good
nice.
Data.
All right.
Like, if you believe in Trump and that's it, you just leave it at your opinion, that's fine, cool. But if you're, like, trying to push
I don't understand. So you're saying it would be a bad dating tactic for me to be like, okay, all I need you to do is get on your knees and swear allegiance to God Emperor Trump for the rest of your life. Like, what's actually wrong with that?
That's just
that seems totally reasonable.
No, just
not
like,
aggressive at all.
The get on your knees part.
Yeah, you should have carpet burn at this point. If you're really loyal, you should have carpet burn.
I'm a moderate, so I prefer someone who's like kind of centrist. Like if they were too much of anything, it would turn me
Who
off.
did you vote for?
I didn't vote.
Do you want me to go take a drug test now and I'll mail you the results?
Yes.
Because I'll do that
I mean,
for
kinda,
you.
yeah. I kinda
Just
do.
for you.
Yeah, just like a little bit.
I don't want to be a pick me, but I think I'm skinny and weight also.
I don't want to be mean to you. I'm not
Okay.
like that. I'm
Yeah, it's all
sorry.
good. All right, moving on.
I
Yeah.
honestly just
Oh, it's
like
okay.
people, and I'm
No,
sorry.
it's-
I don't want to
you're
be mean
fine.
to you. Why am I fighting with people? Yes.
What does your shirt say?
Be offended. So maybe like that's just the
I
answer
feel
to
like
everything
you-
anybody says about anybody. Because I thought maybe I'll just cover up my tits. If my body's offensive, if what I sell for a life is
put your
offensive,
shirt down. Put your shirt down,
well,
bro.
I'm covered up.
If you're like in a committed relationship like I am with my boyfriend now, we do 50-50 on everything. Well, not everything.
So
But-
in your situation, is it you and your boyfriend that do OF, or is it just you?
I only do solo. It's me.
Okay.
He's my manager, so he like.
Okay, so you pay him, technically, because he manages you.
Well, yes. Have them be like, you should take this pill or you should do this and kind of thing, you know?
Okay.
This guy has been in love with me still to this day. Like, he'll message me on WhatsApp and he'll be like, when are you coming to Mexico? Like, he was a very heavy person. So he got one of his houses. He had multiple houses, one in Santa Rosa, one in Vegas, and his house in Vegas got raided and he was gonna do life. And so he was like, flee to Mexico with me. And I had the choice to give up, working and doing what I do now. And I could just be living off of him in Mexico, like freaking
what was
royalty.
he,
Do life for what?
Yeah, what was he arrested for?
Pharmaceutical things.
Okay, he's selling drugs.
Yeah.
Was he like gang affiliated?
No. Well, I don't know. I don't know that far into his thing. He would always protect me from knowing further into what he was doing. I just know he was a heavy hitter. And
What do you mean heavy hitter? He was like
he was a
murdering
top guy of the fucking
Oh, so
thing.
he's in a gang.
He was running the whole circus. Yeah.
I don't
Pretty much,
understand,
yeah.
though, because the United States and Mexico have extradition treaties between each other.
Well, I don't know
If
the
they had a
further
warrant out
details,
for
and I
his
don't
arrest-
care.
Huh?
I don't know the further details, and I don't care. I just honestly was like, look, I could leave with this guy.
Okay. What about you? Are you alpha?
No, but there's like different ones. So there's dominant and submissive, and that's different than like alpha. And then there's like omega and things like that.
I think of furries.
Can I say something? So I didn't have like boyfriends, but when I'm with a guy like, and he's an older guy, like my first guy was like 60s, and I would like spend the whole summer with him. I would just try to like
Wait.
be good. I was just trying to be good. So like I would do like what he wanted. So
60 years old?
yeah, my mom was okay with it.
How old were you?
This is like a year or two ago.
Oh.
So I like he's like more like a mentor. Like I respect him, so
Your 60-year-old boyfriend?
I respect him, so I learned from him. He wasn't a boyfriend. No, he never said it was like that.
Was he one of the limp liberals that you dated? Or?
No, because he was more like a Scientology guy.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Wait, what?
So it was more like a cult thing,
Yeah.
and then that was I had to get rid of. I had to stop that one.
You got into the Scientology?
I got away from it. I'm gone.
Wow.
I'm not involved.
That's scary.
That's cool.
Work. So we would just like talk on the phone a lot while he was working. I found out he was actually a hacker and a scammer. so he could hack into anyone's Instagram, social media account, bank accounts.
That's scary.
And then one day we're just like on the phone, kiki, giggling, la la la. He's like, yeah, I can find anyone's social security number. And I was like, yeah, right, haha, like, so funny. He was like, no, like, yours is da 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 da. And I was like,
I think women are more emotional and like we tend to like overthink more. So I think to stay in the relationship, men should like
women overthink.
Yeah, I like to be told what to do because I don't have to make the decision.
I think women underthink.
Have you ever lost like attraction for someone because they were so into you?
no.
Like they were so into you that it was almost a turnoff. They were like, I need
think in like middle school, like middle school, like freshman year, but he was like really, really into me.
I think that happens with most girls. I think most girls get turned off when a guy is super, super head over heels for them, and they understand that they pretty much have all of the power in the relationship and that he's really not going anywhere. That's where I've actually seen a lot of relationships fall apart, is in that situation. I think the guy like having the choice to leave or having the ability to leave the relationship is what ultimately keeps most relationships healthy.
When it comes to humans, you're talking about the 1500, you make a valid point. Women or men did used to be the pursuers of women more than anything until women demanded equality. And so what's happened is chivalry has continued for actually no good reason. And now men have realized, well, wait a second, why the fuck are we doing chivalry if there's equality? So if you do chivalry, there's supposed to be additional authority, right? So we're protecting women, we're doing this for women. Women are put in a status, they have a certain status in society. They have less authority, but they have a higher status.
Well, this is probably going to get a whole can of worms, but I do think that there's a physical aspect of a man's physically stronger than me. I'm probably physically stronger than most elderly people and children. So that's my general hierarchy, but everyone
Why
obviously...
does that mean that you deserve chivalry? I don't get it.
Well, because, okay, in a duel, for example, why would I fight my own duel?
Yeah, but why should anybody fight your duel for you?
Because there should be a general code of chivalry in society. If there was
why? That's just begging the question. It should be because it should be because it should be. It's like, why though? Like,
because
why,
we're all
instance,
humans on this earth.
If you have a
trying
higher
to,
social status where you're not allowed to punch women because they have this social status in society, that's chivalrous, right? If they hit you, you can't hit them back. Well, that's gone with equality. When you demand egalitarianism and equality, if men hit men and the social expectation is that they get hit back, that's going to be the same exact thing for women now. That's real equality. That's what you're demanding, is that the social status go to that. So why is it if you hit a man, you don't deserve to get hit back? Tell me why. Give me a real reason why.
Well, because the man would probably be significantly stronger than me. The level of damage done is different.
So you're saying that if weaker men attack stronger men, which is always the case, there's always one weaker than the other.
A stronger man.
Not justified. The stronger man's not justified in punching him back. That doesn't sound ridiculous to you?
No, they can punch each other back, but someone else should defend that man that can't defend himself, because that's chivalrous.
Well, he attacked. So if you attack a man, right, you can't say, oh, but I'm weaker. You're equal. Do you know what equality means? Equality means even if you're weaker and you attack someone stronger, who cares? You get the same consequence because it's equal.
I guess that's true. I'm more about pro-equity than equality. So you're right, I misspoke. I don't know if most people are demanding a social status, though. I think they're demanding equality to pursue.
What is chivalry? Chivalry is the expectation that you have certain social statuses based on the fact that you're a female. That's all it is.
I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look up the dictionary definition. Courtesy, generosity, and valor without it being transactional. And they should do it just because.
Is that chivalry?
I mean, it didn't specify whether it's transactional or not, but you're saying that you would only do it.
I'm asking you, is that chivalry?
Having qualities of valor?
Yeah.
And what was the other thing? Courtesy, yeah, and generosity, yeah.
Okay, so then your definition of chivalry and mine are exactly the same. You just wanted to change it for the purpose of the argument, but it actually made no sense. So if you just say, we as women deserve to have X, well, what is that then? Is it opening doors for you? Is it lifting heavy stuff that you can't lift?
Yeah.
Is it going and dying in wars on your behalf when you don't have to die on the wars? Is it getting in the boat first? Is it protecting you and the women and the children first? If it is all of those things, tell me what I get. Like, what are you going to do? Pick up my groceries for me? Like, you're not going to do any of that shit?
No, because you're not
gonna
weaker
do any
than
of
me.
that.
That's the whole context.
So
but I would do that for.
Again, you're just asking for a separate social status, and I want to know what I get for it. No, a person who would follow a chivalrous value, like under Christian ethics, a woman, she would not say that she is equal to me. She would instead be in a submissive role to me. That submissive role would grant her additional statuses that I would not have. In exchange for that, I'd have elevated authority. This is how it was done all throughout human history. So either you elevate men's authority or you say you're not equals, but the second you say you're equals, you can't demand additional social statuses. You can't do that, or you're not equal. You're demanding non-equality at that point. And so the boomers, for instance, they were still raised with this kind of chivalric code from their parents who went through that. The Gen Z has none of that. Okay, Gen X had a little bit, millennials, Gen Z have none of that. So now we're reevaluating how intersexual dynamics work, and men have realized, well, wait a second, this is really a bad deal for us. Why do women deserve to have additional social privileges? At the same time, they demand equality, and we have no additional authority. Well, fuck that. We'll just treat them exactly like we do men. And women go, that's mean, that's heartless, that's evil, that's horrible. And it's like, well, you gotta pick one.
They should, because they're stronger. It's what you should do.
So just because a person's stronger than you, that entitles you to their labor?
Yeah.
We don't need to lie.
Because you want things
stop.
in return.
Let's talk about shoulds. Should women be virgins?
No.
I don't know.
What do you mean you
I don't know. Should we?
Stop. You don't know, but you just listed out like multiple different things men should do. Why is it so easy for women to say men should do X, Y, Z? And you actually, in addition to that, you have no problem with making should claims about what men should do. But the moment men say women should X, Y, Z.
No, now that I think about it, yes, women should strive to be virtuous. Yes.
Yes,
So,
I think women should have a low body count.
Yeah, I think women should strive to be
100%.
virtuous.
Should women be submissive?
Is equality virtuous?
What does virtuous mean?
What makes it superior?
You believe in God and we believe in the law.
Even if the government says, hey, this thing that you, right, would even say probably right now, due to your cultural context, bad. If they changed that, right, you would adhere to those laws and those, those things, because morality to you is changeable. For us, it's not changeable.
Well,
so
it's
we
also
would say, no, this is still not going to happen regardless.
It's also subjective to like data logic research that creates these laws. there's not enough data logic behind the Bible for me to just believe that blindly.
Who cares? But why do you even need that? Like,
I
let's
don't
just
need
say
that,
for
and
a
that's my
second.
point.
Let's just say for a second you don't believe it. You don't believe any of it. You think it's all just fairy tales and fables and sky fairy and bearded magic man in the sky. That's irrelevant. The ethics themselves provide better value for humanity than any secular ethics, because secular ethics are changeable.
Right.
There's not a single Christian ethic that you would disagree with, except perhaps LGBTQ stuff. Other than that, there's probably not even a single one you would disagree with. Probably not even one. So ultimately, even from a harm reductionist standpoint, it's still better for society. So even from your view, it's better.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what you mean by that.
I'm a rapist disrespecter.
Because your husband is a cuck, and because you're in an open relationship, I'll always have a higher social status than him, no matter what. No matter what, with any man on planet Earth will we ever come in contact with, the second they learn that he engages in cuckery, my social status will be higher. If every woman and man lived like you in open relationships and things like that, right? And compare that to a society where every man and woman lived instead in a traditional household where they had a wife and they had children. Which society would be better?
I think if everyone was acting, if people were not engaging in chivalry transaction-wise and just generally being good to the people around them, both societies would do equally as well. You don't need the religion for the society to be good.
Do you think that a society where generally men who are in relationships with women and have children with them who go, see you later, honey, I'm going to go pork the neighbor now, if that entire society was engaging in that type of behavior and then bringing their wife over so that they could have a gangbang and be the next guy's cum slut, that society would be equal in terms to a society where there was no cheating whatsoever, people stayed faithful to each other and had children. Could you possibly demonstrate in a million fucking years how this is even possible? How you could ever have your society and that would ever do better than the one that I postulate.
I don't advocate my lifestyle for people who are trying to build
it's
families.
Worse. Because it's worse. That's why you don't advocate for it. And that is what I'm saying to you. It's because it's worse. That's why you don't advocate for it. And when you say, how would this actually work for harm reduction? When I give you the two different societies, it's impossible for you to say why the one I postulate is worse than yours, but it's easy for me to say why yours is worse than mine.
I have no
So tell me how mine would be worse.
We do a segment at the very end of the show where everybody removes their makeup.
No, like actually I have like dermatitis, so
Nina?
I'm okay. But I'll do it with soap and water.
España?
Chat, should
I
I
don't
do
want to
it?
go to Japan. I don't want to go to Japan. I can do that.
Okay. I'll give you a $2 bill.
No. Okay, listen, you fucked me earlier with the Vicodin
I did
thing.
not fuck
No.
you.
Oh.
We've-
You made me tell and then you didn't tell.
Tell what?
Your body count. So if you're not wearing makeup, you don't have any to take off. I'm not doing it.
I don't want to think of each one of my exes as a number. So I'm not going to answer that question. I want to keep that private out of respect for my ex-girlfriends.
What he said.
OJ Simpson donated $33. Chair 3, you know I'm not going to hook up with you, right? Chair 1, we should mate.
There was this guy in Ohio who worked at this Walmart hoping to get sued, and he was like, I think if I know the definition correctly, a crossdresser is like a man who dressed like a woman, correct? He wore heels to work at Walmart every single day hoping to get sued so he would get a huge check, but he never did. And so he started off like the first 2 weeks just for the bag, but he never got fired, so then he had to keep up the act. And so his name is Terry from Walmart, and still to this day, he still wears the heels to work.
We could do man or bear really quick. Would you rather, and only a few of you answered bear, would you rather cross paths with a man or a bear in the forest? Sky?
I said bear.
Okay.
If it randomly selected
Like
from like
an
a pool of all the
average
men on the planet.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's depressing.
I'm not coming after you at all though. Just so.
Nothing personal.
Yeah, nothing personal.
Who else picked bear?
Well, I did, but I'd pick bear
You picked
over any
bear?
human.
You picked bear?
She also picked bear.
Oh my goodness.
I love Winnie the Pooh.
You picked bear over any human, and you do trains?
What?
Roasted.
Yeah, I would choose a bear over any human.
Boom, roasted.
I don't talk
Go
to the
off,
people when I'm
Darkadia.
doing it.
Go off, queen. What else you got, Darkadia? Come on. What else you got?
What? That's crazy.
That's crazy, man.
I don't have to talk to them when I'm doing the trains. If I come into contact with a
boy.
man in the woods, he's probably gonna want to talk
I
to me.
didn't know that.
I don't want to talk to him.
But a bear will eat you.
Bear will not talk to me.
A bear will kill you.
If he's hungry.
J Smooth donated $40. If you're into trans, who the hell cares? It means you buy. It's definitely a kink move on. This cast is kinda fried short of a happy meal.
Here with the most down bad guy, she's ever been for a guy. She sent a guy money that she wasn't even dating. That's pretty.
Wow.
Wait, did you smash?
Oh yeah. Sometimes we women even pay for. We even help men just for saying, "Oh, he is in."
Makes me sad and want to cry. Chair 1 is cutie.
Oh, Sky, there you go. You got a fan. Okay. Thank you, Touch My Blood. Appreciate it. We have 3 more
J
coming through.
Smooth donated $30. Tell wannabe Johnny Bravo to stop making love to himself. The girly seat 2 is cute.
Yo, Jay, thank you, man.
Brutal.
You guys can roast back if you
Wait
want.
_Wood donated $30. You were the best, but you were the worst, as sick as it sounds. I loved you first, I was a rainbows. It is what it is, a habit to kick. The age-old curse, I tend to laugh whenever I'm sad, I stare at the crash.
It changed one of the words,
Fuck
but
communism donated $29.99. W. Brickson, you're absolutely right. It's not a love, it's a colonic sex hole. Share 3, do you ever pay attention to the conversation or only on your fast fading looks? Shut up, Chair 4, nobody asked. Chair 3, tell me how bad it stank, baby girl.
Bro, what? Bro.
all right, guys. GG.
Well played.
To the panel. Last call. Hit the like button, please, on your way out. Thank you for tuning in tonight. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. Thank you to everyone who super chats, donates, and supports the show. We will be live again Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific. Any girls who want to be on the show, DM at whatever on Instagram. 07s in the chat. 07s in the chat. Appreciate it. With the 07s in the chat, guys. Thank you so much. Glad to be back. Tune in on Tuesday, 5 p.m. Pacific for another dating talk. 07s in the chat. Hope you guys have a good night. We'll see you next time. Good night, guys.
Good night. Goodbye for everyone.
Goodbye.